presently subjects to Treaty 6, 7, and 8, namely the Colac First Nations Dene, Blackfoot Confederacy, Kainai, Piikani, and Siksika, the Cree, Saulteaux, Nakota Sioux, Stoney Nakoda, and the Tsuut'ina Nation, and the Métis people of Alberta. This includes the Métis settlements in the 6 regions of the Métis Nation of Alberta, within the historic Northwest Métis homelands. We acknowledge the many nations, Métis and Inuit, who have lived in and cared for these lands for generations. We are grateful for those traditional knowledge keepers and elders who are still with us today, and those who have gone before us. We make this acknowledgement as an act of reconciliation and gratitude to those whose the territory we reside on or are visiting.
And welcome to the game of the Sexsmith Vipers up against the Vulcan Hawks. Face off at center, brought away by Mason Doyev, put deep into the Hawk zone. Wyatt now for the Hawks on the boards, gets it to center, intercepted by Anderson, who sends it in, tapped to the side by Jackson Cockwell. Puck sent back into the Viper zone, get picked up by Lob. Lob loses it behind the net. In front, Nolan turns and shoots. That was blocked in front, and now Doyev is back out to center. Norton back into the Viper zone, and Lob will pick it up. Lipke, rather. Behind the net now. Norton tries to put it on net. That's denied by Kel Fogel for the Vipers. Now the Vipers bring it up to center. Shot in by Bennett Dika. And Dika now on the boards. Norton up to center. Round. Poked away from him by Quinn Medway. Norton again. Taken away by Coombs behind the net. And Mendoza will flip it back to the blue line for Brown. Medway gets that taken by Justice Thompson, who rims it around. And Kakmarski will shoot it back down for icing into the Hawk zone. Vipers out to center. Nelms puts it back for Dooley. Dooley pressured by Meserly. And back down to get it is Lacey. Dooley back behind the net. Lacey goes to pick it up. Puck deflected to center. Lindstedt. Back pass. Collision at center between Mendoza and Nelms. That's Kristalowic. Comes out with the puck. Kristalowic behind the net. Leaves it. And Mendoza will flip it around. Picked up by Lob. Lob gets it up to center. That is taken away by Nelms, who has a breakaway. Nelms in. Stopped by Cockwell. Lacey. Back around the net. Nelms. Brought down from behind by Mendoza. Lindstedt. Lindstedt around. Shoots. That goes wide. Dooley pokes around for Dunham. Dunham for the Hawks. Norton. Back to the blue line for Lindstedt. Tries to get the tip. Norton misses that. Nelms was waiting for the stretch pass. That's intercepted by Wyatt Norton. Medway now. Up to center. Norton intercepts that. And puts it back in. Lipke. Up to center. Deflects off Anderson. And Norton pushes it back in. Pass goes by Anderson. And icing called against the Vipers. 14:59 remaining in the first period. Face off to the right of Vogel. Hansen fighting for the puck with Lacey. Reimer puts it back in, and it will be retrieved and sent out to center. Anderson now. Coming in on the right, pressured by Mendoza. Pass back for Nickel, can't get it in the blue line. Lob, offside. Dika off the face-off. Goes to Coombs. Sends it in. Norton now. Over to Dunham. Dunham behind the net. Pressured by Kakmarski. Dika attempts a shot that's taken away from him by Norton. Dunham, rather. In on net and stopped, save by Fogel. And holds for the whistle. Face off, puck is grabbed by Wickberg. Goes back to Lindstedt. Norton. Nelms gets it out. Lindstedt shoots back in. Medway will go collect that. Medway pushes it up the boards. Bounced over the stick of Norton. And that is brought in offside by Mendoza. Medway passes it over to Lob. He banks it off the boards, and for another icing against the Vipers. 13-14 left in the first period. Lob gets the puck in the corner off the face-off, sends it around the boards. Doyev attempts a cross-ice pass that gets to Nickel. Nickel now in, long shot, glove down by Cockwell. Free behind the net, Doyev sends it to center. Meserly pokes it to the boards. Behind the net for Dunham rather. Meserly in on the right. Turns and shoots. That goes across the crease. Mendoza behind the net. Puck's taken away by Lob. Lob puts it up for Doyev. Sends it forward. Norton shoots it back in. And it's held by Lindstedt at the line. Lob tries again. Goes to Doyev. Deflects it away. Shot by Mendoza, didn't get to the net. Doyev on the boards. Flips it up in the air. Glove down by Norton. Anderson now gets it out to Doyev. Nolan chips it in. Anderson now puts it past Lindstedt and down into the Hawks' end. Dunham through center. Over the blue line. Puts it around Lob. Dunham. Norton shoots. Stopped in front by Lacey. Clears it down. And that will be icing against the Vipers. Dunham gets a shot off the face-off. That's blocked by Vogel. Dunham brings it outside the line, which puts the Hawks offside. Reimer on the boards. Sends it up. Lob. Mendoza behind the net fighting with Dooley for it. Dooley comes up with it. Puts it around to Wickberg. Wickberg has Nelms going up. Tries to get the pass. Nelms now. Through center. Dooley. In behind the net. Wickberg tries to get it around. Nelms puts it to the side, and Meserly would be there to get it out. Lacey keeps it in momentarily before it goes back out. Dooley giving chase, chips it back in. Brown up the boards for Kristalowic. Nice defensive play there by Lacey to knock that off. Thwarted a 2-on-1. Dunham now in on the right. Shoots wide. Puck comes back to center. Nelms tries to go around. Poke check by Norton. Now Nelms collides with Dunham at center. And we have a penalty for body checking at 9:19 against the Vipers. Norton in the corner, fighting with Lipke for the puck. Gets past Wyatt Norton, down into the zone. Wyatt Norton up to Weston Norton, up on left. Behind the net goes Mendoza. And it is cleared out by the Vipers as it gets over Norton's stick all the way down. Norton, Anderson shadowing him, up to Nolan. Nolan through center. Nolan on left, circling around. Up for Meserly. Meserly going through Medway there. Meserly. And Norton scores. Weston Norton for the Vulcan Hawks at 8:19. Puts it over the shoulder of Kel Fogel for the 1-0 lead. Lacey over to Dika. Reimer with a shot that goes wide. Lacey now can't get it out. Up to the blue line. That gets past Brown. Lob behind the net. Lob up to Dika. That gets deflected back. Lob tries again over to Coombs. Gets that poked away. Mendoza over for Weston Norton. Coombs after it. Mendoza now waits, shoots, deflects by the net. Coombs behind the net. Now Lacey collects it. Shoots it over. Pass goes off of Thompson's stick and gets out. Now Kakmarski sends it in. That'll be picked up and run by Reimer. Reimer to center with speed. Dooley now. Long shot over the net. Gets to Nickel on the boards. shot, point blank save by Cockwolf. 6:19 left in the first period. Norton in the corner, gets it up the boards. Meserly brings it over the line. Stolen by Dika. Back into the Hawk zone. Lindstedt goes over to Norton. And long shot attempt by Anderson gets blocked. Norton behind the net. Passes it over Lipke. Goes for Dika. Doyev going behind the net. First to Lowick. Tries to go up for Meserly. Lacey intercepts that. Sends it back. Meserly comes in offside. Coombs over to the left, grabs the puck, chips it in to the far corner, chased after by Kakmarski. Reimer behind the net gets it up for Hansen. Now Mendoza pressured by Dooley. Can't keep it in center. Dooley now fighting for it on the boards. Chips it down. Kakmarski around the net. Tries to center. Mendoza deflects that. Long shot by Coombs is deflected off a few sticks. And Brown will chip it up. Mendoza up to Nolan. And Mendoza will throw it in. It goes in on Fogel, who leaves it for Lacey. Lindstedt behind the net now. Lindstedt on the left side. And Norton will shoot it in. Lacey back for it. Lindstedt back in. Hawks tag up. Lacey going behind the net. Backhand over. Norton keeps it in. And Lacey back once again. Dooley can't get the puck. So it's back to the Vipers zone. Meserly now gets in. Goes around the defender. Shoot. And that is gloved by Kel Fogel. 3:08 left in the first period. Meserly gets it in, taken out now by Wickberg. Back to Meserly. Meserly winds up, shoots. That's off the glove of Fogel and into the corner. Wickberg up the boards, is kept in by Mendoza. Check behind the net. And Nickel puts it up. Mendoza. Wide shot. And Nickel comes up the right side. Nickel. Taken away by Mendoza. Lacey now. Puts it back in. Lacey at center. That pass is intercepted by Dunham, who brings it around. Dunham with speed up the left side, going to the center. Dunham in. And couldn't get the shot off. Reimer lobs it in. Schaefer lob now. In the fight with Nolan along the boards. Dooley comes up with it. And sends it around. Lob. Gives it away. And puck is sent around the boards to Kristalowic. Kristalowic. Gets it back behind the net, out of the reach of Mendoza. Lob tries to clear. Brown keeps it in. Now Dooley has a step on Brown. Dooley in on the right side. Shoots high and wide. 45 seconds left in the period. Reimer leaves it up for Spencer Wyatt. Lacey. Up the wall, Mendoza. Back to Wyatt. And Lacey now. Shot deflected. Gets to center. Dooley, pressured by Mendoza, manages to get it in. And that goes in on Cockwell for the hold. 15 seconds left in the first period. Dika puts it to the side. Dunham gets it out. Gets it forward to Norton. Norton around the defense. Norton in the side. Shoots. That goes high and wide. As the period winds down. Scores 1-0 for the Hawks after 1. And it's the second period between the Sexsmith Vipers and the Vulcan Hawks. The Hawks currently lead 1-0 as the puck is brought out of the zone by Wickford. He gets it into the far corner, looking for Nelms. Lindstedt gets to it before, and Hansen will leave it in center. Up ahead for Messerly, who has a step. That was knocked away from her by Kyle Wickford. Midway. Back to Midway. And it gets cleared. Wickford now. Up to center for Dooley. And Lindstedt, who poked that back out. Lipke tries to bank off the boards. Norton intercepts. Norton through the center. That's blocked by Medway's skate. And Nelms gets to the opposing blue line. Gets sent up ahead for Dunham. Dunham, long shot, goes wide of the net. Norton in behind. Medway pressuring. That goes up for Dooley. Dooley sends it behind the net for Coombs. And that eventually is flipped out by Thompson. Brown to Nolan, weaving through center. Nolan gets around the defender. Shot kicked out by Fogle. Rebound. Pad saved by Fogle. That was incredible save. On Nolan. Two quick saves in succession. Keeps the score 1-0. Long shot gets deflected wide of the net. In to get it is Lob. Spencer Wyatt gets that on the board, sends it around. Lacey up through center. Lob puts it down into the zone. And that is brought around by Wyatt. Lindstedt, rather. Lob gets it back out for the change. And nope, it turns into icing, so they'll have to stay on the ice with 17-11 in the second period. Face off to the left of Fogle. Medway behind the net. Chips it ahead for Doyev. Anderson now. Coming in on right. Gets pushed off the puck. Messerly. Can't get it from Doyev, who comes on the left. Medway. Chips it in. Nickel fighting for it in the boards and eventually gets past Medway into the Viper's zone. Lipke circles around. Backhand pass for Nickel. Up to Anderson. Anderson now tried to go to the center pass, but that was deflected. And that goes to Noah Reimer. He gets it out to center. Nickel on the boards. Gets it to Anderson. Sharp angle shot kicked away by Cockwell. Another shot also kicked away by Cockwell. And it's up to Mendoza. Mendoza through the center, has a break. Mendoza in on goal, shoots, scores! Over the shoulder. Leonardo Mendoza with a goal at 15:56 in the second. The Hawks lead 2-0. The Just puts it over the shoulder glove hand on Fogel. Lacey chips it up. Ends up on the stick of Wickberg. Brings it along the blue line. Norton behind the net. Up to Dunham. Knocked away for him by Lob. Dunham in behind the defense. Dunham in the corner, pivoting. Pass to Reimer. Tried to backhand shot. That was blocked by Lacey. And Lacey will send it into the Hawks' end where there is a whistle. Wyatt gets that knocked off stick by Lob, who sends it back down into the Hawks' end. Norton up for Lipke. Up through center now is Nolan. Nolan coming in on the left with speed. Long shot, that goes wide. Wyatt on the boards, sends it behind the net. Nolan sends it back. Long shot from the point. Knocked away by Fogel. Norton back in. Long shot. Wide. Grabbed and sent to center. Norton behind the net. Sends it up. Mendoza. Center's in front. Meserly couldn't get the stick on it. Now it's taken by Coombs. Coombs on the left. Opts to dump it in. Nickel deflects it to center. Mendoza chips it up the boards. Lacey sends it back. Anderson off the bench, grabs it, comes in with a shot, low shot, deflected and kicked out by Cockrell. And we have a hooking call on the Vipers. We'll be hooking against number 19, Cohen Lipke for the Vipers. Norton. Shot, point blank, stopped by Fogel. Coombs behind the net. Pivots, gets around. And gets past Norton, and Hawks have to tag up. Anderson sends it forward. Norton. Over to Nolan. On the left, Nolan. Long shot through traffic, deflected off a skate. Coombs. Tied up there by Weston Norton. Back to Wyatt Norton on the line. Norton spins around. Shot from the point. Deflected. Stick save by Fogel. Another stick save by Fogel. And Coombs rims it around the boards. Kept in at the point by Norton. Flip over to Lindstedt. Sends it. Deflected off. Nickel chases after it. And that is retrieved by Norton, who sends it up for Mendoza. Mendoza leaves it for Dunham. Up through center. Tries to get through the defenseman. Lindstedt, heavy shot, saved by Fogle. Lacey, kept in at the line by Wyatt. Meserly now tries a shot, doesn't get anything on it. Puck clips over the net onto the stick of Anderson, and he'll take it out to center. Anderson over to Nickel, puts it all the way down. Chasing after it is Dooley. Penalty over. Wyatt now up to Mendoza. Mendoza puts it in front. Meserly couldn't get anything on that. Wyatt at the line. Deflection off of a stick. Shot and deflected off of Wickberg. Wickberg now with it at center. And Nolan gets it on the boards as it goes down to lob. Wickberg sends it in. Chases after it in the corner. Fighting with Thompson. Wickberg still on it. Sends it back in. Picked up by Reimer. Puck is sent to the front, and that is gloved out of the air by Cockwell. With 10:08 remaining in the second period. Controlled by the Vipers off the draw. Here comes Dunham with a break. Dunham in, stopped by Fogle. Norton in the corner. Gets the puck back out. Tries a backhand feed for Dunham, who had a wide open net, couldn't get the stick on it. Brown now with an attempted shot. That is sent out of the zone by Medway. Lipke behind the net. Coombs up to Dika. Bennett Dika coming in on the left. Spins, waits. Kept in at the line by Medway. Tries a shot that deflects off of Wyatt. And Mendoza back into the end. Mendoza in a fight with Lipke. Dika gets it away. Meserly steals though. And sends it back into the corner. Medway. Over on the boards, Anderson now. Goes around. Into the middle, Anderson. Flings it towards the net, stick saved by Cockwell. Directs it to the corner. Mendoza now. Into the middle, deflects off a stick of Dunham. Meserly. Lindstedt sends it behind the net. Goes over. Deflects a shot off of Anderson. Mendoza now with a shot. That deflects and goes wide. Meserly behind the net. Waits. Goes around. Wickberg intercepts the pass to the point. Goes around. Race for it. Lindstedt gets there. And Meserly will put it to the boards, or Nickel interferes. Medway tries a pass for Doyev in front of the net. That goes to the corner. Lindstedt now up for Hansen. Now here's a shot over the net by Nickel. Nickel with it again. Pressured off the puck. Up come the Hawks now. Nolan up to center. Taken off the puck by Nelms. Nelms back with it. Nelms goes to the front, trips. Puck's deflected to the blue line. It's kept in by Wickberg. Wickberg, floating shot. That goes in. Bounces over the pad of Cockwell. That is Kyle Wickberg for the Vipers. It's now 2-1 with 6:59 remaining in the second. Deflection off the shot puts it over the pad of Jackson Cockwell. Lob with it. Sends it down. No icing on the play. Reimer behind the net. Balls. Dooley sent it to the front. No one there to pick it up. And sent in by Nolan. Wyatt gets it to the front. Sends that shot wide. Dunham back to the point. Shot deflected off of Wickberg. Scramble to find the puck and feet. Dunham finally comes up with it. And that is tipped out of the zone by Nelms. Reimer sends a long shot in. That is gloved and let go by Fogle. Lob comes around the net. And Dooley will send it out to center, where Coombs, just off the bench, comes in. Long shot, deflected off of Cockwell. Dooley sends one behind the net. Norton's there to pick it up. And can't get it by Lacey. Nelms keeps it in. Now brought out of the zone. Dunham on the right wing shoots. Tries to go over the glove. Shoots over the net. Nelms now opts to dump it in. Get on a change. Norton. Dooley takes it from him. Norton recovers and brings it out to center. Norton winding through. Gets through the defenders. Norton in and scores. Wyatt Norton through the 5. Oh, apparently not. Apparently there was no goal on the play. Norton back with it. Lipke up to the bench. Kakmarski. Dika. Norton comes in on the breakaway. And quick shot from the side, and that is gloved by Vogel. Face off won by the Hawks. Kristalowic. Doyev on the wall, sends it up for Anderson. Anderson comes to center on the right side. Lindstedt now takes it away. Anderson managed to tip it towards the net. Glove saved by Cockwell. Now Anderson back on it. And Lindstedt will get it out to Kristalowic, sorry. We'll get it out to center. Kristalowic in on goal. Knocked away. Lacey behind the net. Gets it out at the blue line. Reimer turns, brings it back in with 3 minutes remaining on the clock in the second period. Lacey over to Doyev, tips it out of the zone. Brown puts it right back in, and Lob will go around to get it. Norton comes in, try to get away from Doyev. Norton puts it to the front, where it is covered and held by Kel Fogel. Draw goes to the Vipers. Nelms gets it behind the net. Nelms sits on it. Dunham through, trips. No penalty on the play. Without the stick, tries to kick it out of the zone. And brought back in. Wickberg deflects it over to Medway. Medway comes to center. Into the zone. Medway left, tries a shot, deflects off the inside of Brown's knee, and now scramble at the side, and it is covered and held by Jackson Cockwell. Ika back to the blue line. Lacey tries a shot. Meserly now. Fight with Lob. Meserly up into the zone. Lob sends it back down the boards. Meserly up with it. Hansen keeps it in. And Lacey for the Vipers will bank it off the boards and out to center. Brought back in by Mendoza. Mendoza on the left side. Tries to center, deflects off the stick of Lacey. That will go up for Dika. Norton grabs it. Will send a pass over, that's intercepted by Lacey. Kept in the zone by Dika. Norton will go back to retrieve it. 30 seconds left in the period. And Lacey will go get it behind the Vipers' net. Lindstedt knocks it back in. Lob's pass was intercepted by Wyatt, and a quick shot was picked away by Fogel. As the clock winds down on the second period, final shot doesn't get through. The score is 2-1 for the Hawks after the second. third period of the Sexsmith Vipers versus the Vulcan Hawks. The Hawks are currently up 2-1 as Bennett Dika gets it in center ice and it's chipped back down into the Vipers' end. Lob behind his own net. Tries to bank it off the boards. It's tipped off with the stick of Norton, and Coombs gathers it behind the net. Shot up the middle. Norton dumps it back in. And Lob is over to it on the side. Going to be sent all the way down and for icing against the Vipers. Anderson comes up with the puck after the face-off. Gives it ahead for Doyev. Doyev in on left wing. Puts it in front. Anderson couldn't get the handle on it. Stripped to Hansen down at the wall. Hansen out to center. Puts it over Lipke and down for Meserly in the Vipers' end. Meserly and Mendoza collide. That's puck go to the Lob, but it's intercepted by Reimer and sent back down into the Vipers' end. Lob. Pass intercepted by Spencer Wyatt. He sends a shot to the net. That's blocked right away by Kel Fogel. Anderson with it again at center. Collected at the blue line by Nickel. Nolan gets that away and sends it down the ice. No icing on the play. Lob back for it. Lob to Nelms. Over to Wickberg. Wickberg dumps it in, rims it around the boards. Dooley over to get it. In a battle with Lindstedt along the boards. Lindstedt gets it out for Kristalowic. Taken away by Lacey and dumped back in by Lindstedt. Lob behind the net. Puck is put into the corner. Norton after it. Wickberg pokes it up the boards. And that is offside. Dooley now, coming up the right wing. Puts it behind the net. Norton in the corner to pick it up. Sends it on the backhand over to Thompson. Norton. In through center. Tries a backhand that's poked away by the Vipers. Mendoza grabs it at the wall. Tries a shot, and that goes wide of the net, and it is picked up by Kakmarski, who pushes it up to Dooley. Dooley over the line, pressured by Norton. Lipke, shot off of the shin pad of Hansen. Meserly goes past the defender. Meserly in, shoots, stopped by Fogel. Rebound put into the crest, and he holds for the whistle. .12 left in the third period. Meserly on the boards. Chips it down behind the net. Reimer. Reimer behind the net. Rims it up. Dika tried to intercept. Hansen now gets it up to Mendoza. Mendoza in with Meserly. Deflects that off the shin pad of Medway. Reimer with another shot, and that is held by Fogel. Nolan behind the net in front. Point blank save by Fogel as it was put into the slot and stopped on a shot by Spencer Wyatt. Anderson now up the left side. Gets that taken away by Kristalowic. Kristalowic through the defender, and that is batted away by the Vipers. Lob. Wyatt chucks it in deep. Kristalowic behind the net is dragged down, and that'll be a penalty for tripping against the Vipers. Number 11, Corbin Anderson, will be going to the box at 14:57. Lindstedt, long shot, goes wide of the net. Back to Norton. Norton with a shot. That is caught and saved by Fogel. Face off to the left of Fogel. Down in the corner. Be held in by Norton. Norton with a shot to the net. That gets deflected in front. Doesn't get there. Follow-up shot. That is stopped by Fogel. Another shot. Pad saved by Fogel. Kicked out to the side. Norton. Shot. That rolls wide after deflection by Lacey. Lacey tries to get it out. And it is poked out of the zone by Nelms. Lindstedt back in, but offside against the Hawks, with 1:15 remaining on the power play. Norton chips it in behind the net. Medway there to collect it. Medway along the boards. Coombs sends it to the blue line where Norton shot through. Pads saved by Fogel. Lindstedt through, scores. Noah Lindstedt for the Hawks makes it 3-1 on the power play. Shot through traffic, gets by Fogel. Face off at center, controlled by Reimer for the Hawks. Pushes it up to Kristalowic. Kristalowic. Dobbs now. Up to Nelms. Can't get the shot off. Behind the net now. Nelms back to it in the corner. Medway. Keeps it in. And finally pushed out by the Hawks. Lob back at center. Challenged by Kristalowic. Lob. Backhand. Kristalowic steals. And goal! Beautiful tip upstairs by Charles Nolan. And the Hawks are up 4-1 now. Charles Nolan with a nifty move to go top shelf. Vulcan controls off the draw. Dunham loses the puck to Anderson along the board. Scuffle there. Anderson trying to jam it free. And we have a penalty coming up for holding. And it's going to be against the Hawks. Lacey backhands it into the zone. Doyev after it in the corner. Lacey chips it forward. Norton behind. Anderson. Lob. Gets it poked away. Here comes Lindstedt. Lindstedt in on goal. Lindstedt in. Shoot! Off the glove of Fogel and over the net. Norton in the corner now. Norton coming to the front. Tries to slide it in short side. Covered by Fogel. And Fogel lays down on it, and it under him. 1:21 remaining in the Hawks penalty. 11:55 in the third. Nolan tries a shot, gets to the corner. Nolan around. Met there by Dika. Dika shoots it up the right wing. And Lipke will go back to get that in his zone. Medway. Reimer. Medway out to center. Dunham's there. Dunham wheels around. Dunham around. Dunham in. Shoot. Scores! Max Dunham with a shorthanded goal makes it 5-1 for the Vulcan Hawks at 11:03. Dunham around. Lacey. Dooley. In on the right side. Norton. Norton up. Norton in. Shoot off the mask of Fogel. Lindstedt chips it down. Lob. Lindstedt down into the zone. Lacey. Hansen in the corner. Lob. Anderson over there. Mendoza fights for it with Anderson. Gets it away. Now chipped in by Dooley. Lindstedt. Up the boards. Nickel. Gets it to Anderson. And that's in the middle for Lindstedt. Kept in by Dika. Medway pokes the puck up. Mendoza through. Toe drag. Mendoza. Dika knocks that away from him. Now Medway is up. Nickel rather, with Doyev, and that is offside against the Vipers. Kristalowic, backhand pass to Nolan, comes to center. Nolan attempts a shot, goes off the leg of Medway. Nolan back behind the net. Kakmarski puts it in. Fighting in a corner with Reimer. Kakmarski can't get it to a teammate. Nolan deflects it out to Wyatt Coombs. Puts it back in behind the net. And back to retrieve it is the Hawks. Lacey sends it down to Coombs, who falls in the corner, so Lacey gets it back. Dooley now up the side. Dooley shoots, held by Cockwell. Bit of a scuffle in front after that one. Face-off will be to the left of the Hawks goal with 7:54 remaining in the third. Wickberg puts it through. And Cockwell covers up for the whistle. Wickberg sends it across the crease. No one home to put that one in. Norton puts it behind the net. Dunham. Wickberg now carries through center. Puts it behind the net. Norton through center. Chipped off the stick. Melms now misses that pass, goes into the corner to get it. Lindstedt banks it off the wall, picked up by Nickel. Nickel. Pass back goes to Norton. Medway keeps it in on the left side. Sent to the front. And disrupting there was Lindstedt. Lindstedt coming through center now. Meserly with a shot. Bounces off Fogel. Norton in the corner. And Nickel will come up with it. Taken by Lindstedt. Lindstedt around, shoot. Gloved by Fogel away. Dika rims it around the board. And Doyev gets taken by Mendoza. Anderson can't hold the line. Mendoza sends it down all the way. Dika. Anderson. Reimer. Noel Reimer. Kristalowic at center. 5:35 left in the third period now. Dooley up for Anderson. Kristalowic steals from behind. Kristalowic now at center, fighting with Dooley. Kristalowic takes it from Dika, goes around the defenseman. Kristalowic. Interference from behind by Dooley to get that away. Anderson can't reach the puck. Reimer now Sends it off the shin pad of Anderson. Now Reimer loops around. Anderson intercepts at center. Comes in. Anderson over to Kakmarski. Can't get a shot away. Norton comes up with it. Comes down the left wing. Norton goes around Lacey. Tries a shot far side. That goes up and wide. And now Norton has it. Thompson in the corner. Gets it out to Norton. Norton with the dump in. Comes in front of the net. Lacey's there to pick it off. Meserly coming in. Tries to go around, but that is taken away by Dooley. Norton in the corner fighting with Kakmarski. Comes up with it. Up to Hansen. Hansen has a break now. 2-0 for the Hawks. Hansen in. Scores! Carter Hansen shoots it over the shoulder of Fogle. And it is 6-1 for the Hawks at 3:48 in the third. Anderson up the right side. Nelms. Meserly. Anderson up the left. Nickel. And on the left side. Shoots around, goes to the paint. Hansen. Reimer up to Hansen. Nickel. Tries to get it back. Oh, Nickel comes up with it. Tries a shot at the flex and goes into the corner. Wick Nelms in to get it. Nickel. Backhand shot. It goes off the foot. Nolan gets it down into the Vipers zone. Medway gets it away from Meserly. And Coombs collects it behind the Vipers net with 2 minutes remaining in the third period. Coombs gets a pass up to Nickel. Anderson coming in. Back gets stripped to the puck. Here comes Nolan. Charles Nolan. Long shot slid in and guided away by the stick of Fogle. Kristolovic behind the net. Tries a turn shot. That's blocked in front. And a long shot from the point is kept and held by Cockwell. 1:27 remaining in the third. Lindstedt over to Norton. Norton comes in on the left. Norton shoots, scores. Weston Norton puts it high over the shoulder of Fogle. The Hawks now lead 7-1 with 1:14 remaining. Hawks control off the face-off. Dunham gets it taken by Dooley. Doyev on the boards. Can't get it back. Dunham now up to center. Dunham over the line. Attempts a shot. Blocked. Norton backhand. Pad saved by Fogel. 50 seconds left in the game. Doyev backhands it out to center. Lindstedt up for Thompson. And Medway up to Doyev. Pressured on the boards by Thompson. And shot back into the zone by Lindstedt. Mendoza tries a shot. Glove saved by Fogel. 10 seconds remaining in the third period. Dika back to get it behind his own net. As the clock winds down. One last chance at the side of the net. It's covered by Fogel. And that will be it for that game. Final score, the Vulcan Hawks 7 and the Sexsmith Vipers 1. Sexsmith Heart and Hustle Award goes to 17, Kyle Wickberg. Sexsmith Player of the Game. Number 12, Logan Lacey. Vulcan Heart and Hustle Award. Number 8, Noah Reimer. Player of the Game for the Vulcan Hawks. Number 13, Noah Dunham. Max Dunham, rather, not Noah.